Hello, it's Paula from Create with Paula. Today I'd like to share with you a simple project that just uses stamps, ink and paper, and I'd also like to showcase one of the bundles that is coming up in the new catalogue. So we've got a new catalogue in May 2025 with lots of exciting things in it. So we also have new ink colours, and I'll show you those. Well, let's start with the ink colours actually. So these are 2025 to 2027 ink colours. We've got Cloud Cover, Darling Duckling, Secret Sea, Strawberry Slush, and Timid Tiger. Some of you might recognise Strawberry Slush. It's a colour we had once before that was well loved and requested to come back, and so here it is. If you were missing Strawberry Slush, it is back there for you people. Okay, I'm going to use some of those colours today in our project, and I'm also going to use this Impressions Abloom bundle. So that's the stamp set. Well, actually, I'm only going to use the stamp set today. I'm not going to use the dies today, but look at them. They are lovely, and that will really make some fabulous projects. It really steps them up. Okay, the Impressions Abloom bundle is part of something that I got recently at a Stamping Up event. So Stamping Up's convention is called On Stage, and at that we had the option to opt in for an after hours creating session, and so this was the bundle that I chose. It also included some papers and bling, things like that, but came with some inspiration as well. So they made some card designs for us that we could make on the night, and I'm going to use one of those for inspiration today. It was a little bit like this one, very similar to this one. I just stepped it up slightly, put a different layer on it, but then I'm going to just step it up a little bit more. I'll just change it to my way, and then show you another project that I've made as well. So let's stamp together. I'm just going to bring in my Stamp and Pierce mat because we're using photopolymer stamps, so that will give a great image. The stamp set that we've got is two-step stamping. You'll see that the flowers belong together, so you can get the different tones, different colours working together on your two-step stamping, but I'm just going to go with the single step today. Keep it nice and simple, and it comes out really effectively, I think. Okay, we all need simple cards, right? Something you can just put together, and you'll be able to use this idea with other stamp sets that you might have as well. Okay, so I'm going to start with the Strawberry Slush. Great big flower plonked in the middle there. Then going to go with Darling Duckling for the next size down flower. And bring it over the edge, and it doesn't matter if you stamp off the side a little bit. Alright, some Timid Tiger is the next one that I'm going to add. Just a little one down there. And whilst I've got the flowers and ink pads out, I'm going to match up an insert for the card. It's always nice to have the inside matching the outside, I think. So let's go with a little bit of Darling Duckling, I think. Down in the corner. And we'll do the envelope as well. Now for the envelope, I'm going to put all three on there. Why not? So, great big Strawberry Slush one down the bottom. And some Darling Duckling. And the Timid Tiger. Look at that. I'm learning these names, getting there. It's always a challenge to learn the new ink colours, but they're lovely colours. Kind of enjoy working with them. Okay, so then the next step, I'm going to bring in the centres. We've got a colour called Secret Sea, and the centres come in two sizes in the bundle, so I'm going to do the large ones first. Pop that in the middle, and on that front layer that I was stamping as well. And then switch over to the smaller centres. And I'm not going to be pedantic if it doesn't quite line up. That's okay. It's part of the beauty of it. And these stamps do offer that grace that if it's not perfect, it's totally okay. All right, one more for the insert. And then I'm going to stamp some leaves. Now, I did bring in Granny Apple Green. So the four colours that I've used so far are all part of the new in colour range. But yeah, I wanted to add some leaves, and so I needed a green for that. Now, just a little secret, I did this video before and I forgot to add the leaves. It was looking quite blank, and so I ended up adding bling instead and some shimmer. I'll show you that card at the end, but I will remember to add the leaves this time. So, Granny Apple Green, and the leaves are 2-step as well, but same thing. I'm just going to use the 1-step. So let's see, one going up that way. So I'm just positioning them so that they're going away from each other, leaving a bit of space. With the pink one, I may even do 3 leaves. Who knows? There's one there. There. And maybe... There we go. Lots of green leaves. I can sneak some of those onto the envelope as well. I like decorating the left-hand side of the envelope. See, a postage stamp always goes on the right-hand side, so it brings a little bit of balance when you do it the other way. One more. Just a little bit of splash of green on there. And I may as well match the inside with the leaf too, hey? So, green. There we go. Have all the components ready, and then there is just one more stamp to put on, and that is the sentiment. Now in this stamp set we have 4 sentiments, and they work together. So you've got the I appreciate you and the thanks, and then of course so very much would go with maybe thanks so very much and for being there. So a lovely little stamp set that you can use for putting that thanks out there in the world. So it's always nice to let someone know that you appreciate things, I think. Okay, so let's go with the thanks, and I'm going to stamp that in the Secret C straight on top of the strawberry slush cardstock. This is a beautiful, rich, deep colour. Perfect for stamping on coloured card or onto your designer series papers, because it's going to show up really nicely. Okay, then I'm going to make a little tag out of that. I think I'll cut off a little bit of the length and then flag it. So I've just put a little slit up the middle, and then if you come in from the corner to the top of that split, it will give you a nice balance. You'll end up with the tip of it being halfway. Look at that, amazing. Okay, well, let's pop it all together. So my card base. Now a little tip here, if you are not familiar, is I've scored the card base in half, and it gives you a valley fold where it dips in. So the valley is what I fold to the outside, and that will give you a really lovely finish on the outside. You can burnish it with the burnishing tool if you like, just fold it down firmly. And then I'm going to layer the Granny Apple Green. So a little bit of adhesive on that. Now this may seem a little bit funny, but I like using 2 adhesives sometimes, so I really love using the Stampin' Seal. I've used this now previously when we used to have that, and it's a tool that I really enjoy using. It's also great, of course, for adhering things, but our multi-purpose liquid glue is becoming one of my favourites as well. And I think sometimes with our weather here, Queensland, hot humidity, I want to make sure my card stays together. And whilst I trust both of these, I do use a bit of both sometimes. A little squiggle of glue, and that front is not going anywhere. I won't have one of my cards falling apart. You're going to make the effort of making a card, you want it to stay together, don't you? So, good quality products, and there to be used. So that one goes first, and then I'm going to pop this one on. Just going to do the glue on this one. I think using this seal it's a bit of a habit, and I do like it, and it gives you really nice edges as well, so when you're working with a bigger piece, but the glue will work for this one. Okay, that one. And then another one of my favorite adhesives, I use this all the time. I don't think I've Yeah, very, very seldom make a card where I don't use a dimensional. So these are our foam dots and they just pop things up off the page. And I think a little bit of dimension is where some magic is. So I'm going to raise that and pop it in here. And oh, hang on, no, not quite yet. We've got to put the inside in, Paula. All right, so down along my straight sides so that it sticks right to the edge. And then a little squiggle for extra security. Do you think I'm crazy doing 2 adhesives? I don't know. Anyway, there we go. That's it. So we've got a matching card and envelope, just cards, ink and paper. Nice and simple, and I hope you enjoyed that. Here's the little one before that I forgot the leaves. I was thinking it was a bit blank. So puts the bling on there. We have some lovely 2015 to 2017 in colour flat pearls. They're beautiful. They've got a lovely luster. They are a little bit rounded, but they're quite low profile as well. So great for your cards and for postage as well. So that's with them on there. This was the original card that I made. So you can see that's similar. Managed to use the cloud cover colour in that one, which we don't have the ink pad for that at the moment. And also the tag was done differently. So that was white cardstock and I brushed it over with the strawberry slush. So just saved a step and straight onto the strawberry slush with that one. Now, so this one was the inspiration that I got from that activity on stage. I came home and I didn't yet have the colours to play with, and I wanted to also just step it up a bit. So this is what I made using what I had. You can see the same sort of thing, but I incorporated one of our new papers. This is a white core in the paper, and it's also 2 tones. So on one side is this green, and on the other side is a lighter shade of the same colour green. I ran it through the embossing folder and then sanded off the top because it's got the white core. That comes through and just looks beautiful. So you've got some texture and some colour in behind. I cut out the silver using this die here, which I just really, really like. It is from the Thoughtful Wishes bundle, and this is a current bundle. I need to check whether that's retiring or not, actually. I'm not quite sure, but look at that gorgeous foliage. So this piece here created that, and I did brush this and added a little bit of bling. So that's a stepped up version for another idea for you. All right, well, I hope you've enjoyed that, and I will look forward to sharing some more with you soon.